Okay, so how do we get started? Now, SolidWorks is made to do bottom-up type work. So what that means is you would normally create a part. But what we want to talk about first is, in kind of keeping stride with the class, is creating a drawing and allowing SolidWorks to do it. And in the case of SolidWorks being a solid modeling program, you need to have a model to work from before you can create a part. Right? So to eliminate some confusion here, let's just open up a part in SolidWorks, and then I'll show you the steps to how to move it over into a drawing and start laying it out. So you may launch SolidWorks and have a box up here. You can close that. It's really okay. What we want to find up here is the open folder. We're going to open something up. So if I select that, now it'll give me a dialog box. I can find whatever I'm looking for, and I'm going to go to my Z drive. I'm going to go to my EDD131, SolidWorks, and I'm going to look in my practice work because that's how I chose to do my file management, and I'm going to go with rectangular prism, make it real simple. So I'm going to select rectangular prism and I'm going to open it up. Now, do you have to open up the actual part to do a drawing? No, you don't have to open it up prior to a drawing. There's other ways to do it, but I figured this gives you an opportunity to see what the part would look like, and then you can make decisions about how you want to lay out your drawing before you open that part up. So by pressing the center scroll down and moving my cursor, I can move this part around. I can look at it, get a good idea for what my drawing views how many views I should use and what should be my front view. So once I've done that and I'm reasonably comfortable, what I can do is go up here to this little icon that looks like a new piece of paper with the corner folded, and I can select that. Or if I'm like, well, I'm not really sure, you can find the file and then go to new. Either one of those are going to give you the same thing. Now, what you may see, especially if this is the first time doing it, is you may see this screen here to where it shows part assembly drawing. These are all what they consider generic templates. Like, hey, here you can just get started and roll into whatever you're doing and make changes as you need to. The changes that you may need to make are a little bit difficult for this stage, so that is why I had you dump some files in a folder at the beginning of class. So we're going to go down here to Advanced. Select that. You should have something that looks like this. And up here, the tabs will kind of get you to the folders it's pulling the information from. So I had a SolidWorks folder. It should be in there. We're looking for GRUR approved. Right, there's a story behind that. I'll talk to you about that later. So by selecting that, it brings up the drawing template that already has some things done to make it easier for you to create your drawing. But remember, we don't just create drawings from nothing in SolidWorks. We create them from a part. So immediately you're going to see over here, you're going to have a model view. You can go and browse for the model you want to use, but because you opened up this rectangular prism, it shows up right here. So by simply double-clicking, right, this menu changes, and now you can see that there's a layout of the part as I drag it across the drawing screen. Now, I already kind of talked about, like, hey, we want to have the long surface for the front, and so if I'm not seeing what I want here, that's all right. I can just drop it. Right, there's the view. I mean, I have some other things happening. Wait a second here. It's trying to already do a projection view. That's quite all right. Until we get the front view settled out to what we want, we need to stop this box from coming out, and we can do that by either finding this check, the green check, or the check over here in the corner. So I'm going to select that, and then all that stops. Now you'll notice that the menu changes. I'm going to reselect this. The menu changes back. From here, this is the default view, the front, so whoever created this part, this was their front view. But if I select this, oh, look at that. This is the surface that I want. All right, I'm good. Now I want to keep that, and so I'm going to have to find the green check and select it. All right. You have to bear with me. There's some tools that are being hidden, so I'm going to select the green check. But now, how do I get back to doing the projection views? Well, that's reasonably simple. I have my drawing tab here, projected view. I select that, and it goes back to allowing me to do a projected view. So I'm going to put one in place here. Then I'm just going to drag this up at an angle to give me my isometric. And then I'm going to find the green check to stop that from happening. Now the first thing you should notice is that I can grab a line and I can move this around, and this is freely movable. But when I grab this and I move it around, the right view sticks with it. That is by design, because if you're doing an orthographic multi-projection view, then these should all line up in the drafting area. So we'll move these into a place to where it looks clean on the screen. Okay, so far, pretty simple. We've been able to find a part, we've been able to put a part on here, and the next thing that we'll talk about is dimensioning.